Moldmaster's Dura Integration Video. Valve-gated bolt-in systems. Preparation of manifold plate. 1. Check dimensions. 2. Clean and deburr plates. 3. Check water lines. Prepare manifold plate before installing components. Dimensions should be checked to the Moldmaster's General Assembly drawing. Ensure that the thread engagement on tapped holes is a minimum of 1.5 times the diameter. Bottom tap if necessary, and ensure that all holes are cleaned out. Also ensure that all inside edges and corners are deburred. The hot runner system should be integrated with the plates in a horizontal position. If possible, bolt the cavity plate to the manifold plate before installing the system. Ensure that the plate surfaces, nozzle seats, leader pinholes are all cleaned. Test that all water plugs, fittings, and water lines are leak-free. Nozzle installation. 1. Identify all nozzle zones. 2. Install nozzles. 3. Group and tape wires by zone. Mark zone numbers on the plate to identify each nozzle zone for clear reference. Install the complete nozzle assembly. For each nozzle, position wires into the channel and tape the wires together according to zone. Lead the wires through the wire channels to the electrical box. Check that all wires are seated in the wire channels. Use number markers to identify each zone. Valve pin finishing. 1. Grind valve pins. 2. Lap into gate. 3. Clean gate and valve pin. 4. Check pin height. Grind the pins to the required length given in the Moldmaster's General Assembly drawing. Verify the correct pin heights. Grind the required angle on the valve pins as per the General Assembly drawing. Slide valve pin through valve bushing and apply 400 to 600 grit lapping compound to the tip. For a bolt-in system, insert valve bushing assembly and rotate the pin with the lapping compound to remove high spots on the pin and gate. After lapping, an even gray color on the contact area ensures a good shutoff. Ensure that lapping compound does not enter the valve bushing. Clean away the excess lapping compound in the gate area and on the valve pin. With a clean gate and pin, reinsert the assembly with the pin seated in the land. Check the height to the top of each pin. Manifold installation. 1. Grind and install locator. 2. Bolt-on valve bushings. 3. Position locator cams on manifolds. 4. Install manifold and check height. Manifold locators are supplied oversize. The locator seat should be the same height as the valve bushings. Grind material from the bottom of the locator to achieve the correct height. Install the manifold locator and check the height. With the valve pins removed, torque the valve bushing screws in increments to the recommended values on the general assembly drawing. Copper or nickel-based anti-seize compound should be used on all bolts throughout the system installation. Position the locator cam on the end of the manifold. With the locator cam aligned, position and install the manifold. Measure each leg of the manifold to ensure that the manifold is level. A uniform air gap should exist around the manifold as recommended in the general assembly drawing. Install the manifold bolts. And torque to recommended values. Recheck the height of the manifold. Heater plate installation. 1. Insert thermocouples. 2. Install heater plates. 3. Group and tape wires. Ensure that the thermocouple touches the bottom of the bore and gently bend through 90 degrees. Install and torque bolts and steps to recommended values for all heater plates. Group and tape wires together according to zone and feed through the wire channels. Zone markers should be placed on the wires for easy reference on final wiring. Inlet extension and final wiring. 1. Install inlet extension. 2. Install wire retainers. 3. Wire to electrical connectors. 4. Electrical test. Clean the extension nozzle seat. Firmly seat the inlet extension in the bore. Some inlet extensions are bolted to the manifold. In this example, the extension will be held in place by a pressure sleeve. Bundle and tape the wires from the extension nozzle and feed through to the electrical box. Install wire retainers in wire channels. A qualified electrician completes the final wiring. Place on the barrel crimps and wire all leads and thermocouple wires to the electrical connectors. For the thermocouple wires, the positive lead is white and will be magnetic. The red wire will be the negative. Electrically test all zones on the connectors. The ground wire is connected to the mold base. Mount the connectors onto the electrical box. Hydraulic plate assembly. 1. Install hydraulic plate. 2. Install hydraulic cylinders. 3. Assemble and install pistons. Lower the hydraulic plate onto the manifold plate and ensure that no wires are being pinched. Install bolts on the hydraulic plate and torque to specified values by torquing in a crisscross pattern in steps using a torque wrench. Next, install the hydraulic cylinder. Press the cylinder into position and tap in. Insert valve pin and assemble piston as required. Install all hydraulic pistons into the plate. Lubricate the O-ring on the hydraulic cylinder tops and install. Bolt on the hydraulic cylinder tops. In this example, torquing is performed after installation on the locating ring. Final assembly. 1. Machine and install extension sleeve. 2. Install locating ring. 3. Install insulation plate. Place the pressure sleeve over the extension nozzle after it has been machined to give the correct cold clearance as per the assembly drawing. Check the dimensions. Position locating ring. Insert bolts and torque to specified values. Position and bolt on the insulation plate if applicable.